Hi, thanks for listening to Northern Transmissions. I'm your host, Charles Brownstein. Glad you're checking us out. This episode features Josh Klinghoffer of Dot Hacker.
With all you guys playing with different artists and projects like PJ Harvey and Beck and Broken Bells, I mean, I can go on. How do you guys ever find the time to hit the studio?
Well, that's a good question. I hope now with playing in the Chili Peppers and that there being a very clear schedule, like laid out, I kind of know more or less where I'm going to be for the next year, pretty specifically. I guess we can put aside specific blocks of time to work, and I'm always writing on my own. So yeah, being in a very well-oiled machine like the Chili Peppers allows there to be, concrete schedule, and people can make sure they're free at a specific point. But yeah, until then, it was always pretty disjointed. One guy will go out of town for 2 weeks and get home, and there'll be a one-day overlap, and then someone else will leave for a week, and it's pretty infuriating, or it has been at times.
I listened to the record a couple of times. It sounds really good, by the way. It's got a bit of a more electronic sound to it. Is this the record that you guys wanted to make?
Yeah, I think this band is the kind of band I always wanted to have. Mainly meaning it's a band that I formed with, friends of mine that are all kind of working toward a similar goal. Obviously not to compare them to me being the Chili Peppers or anyone else in the band doing a touring gig or any touring gig I'd done in the past. But, there's something I've always wanted since I was, 13 years old or something, was having a band with your mates, when I never was able to do until now. Like when I was 17, 18, 19, I just sort of started playing with people and then started touring with people, and my 20s kind of got away from me. So yeah, this is the kind of band I've always wanted. As far as the record, I have moments of just thinking the record sounds great, and then I have moments of thinking it sounds really incomplete, just in the sense that there were people leaving town, and it was kind of disjointed even when we were making the record at times. But I definitely think it's a great starting point, and I really look forward to making more music with them. There's an aspect of it that seems like it's really not even as kind of out there and doesn't take as many chances as I even would like it to. But then again, maybe that's me talking 3 or so years after it was recorded, listening to it for 3 years.
enjoying our interview with Josh from Hacker. That was the self-titled track Inhibition off the 2012 release. We next chatted a little bit about the length of time in which it took to release the album, which was a few years, and whether or not he's a little leery of people's perception of the music.
Well, it was completed. I mean, funny timing. It was actually like, sort of somewhat not mastered professionally, because we had it mastered by Bernie Grunman for the release, but we did like a sequencing and a home mastering on my 30th birthday, which was October 3rd, 2009. That was the day we sort of considered it done, more or less. So we started it in March or late February of 2009, and I didn't even get asked by Fleet to join the Chili Peppers until July. So the band, at the time the record was started, it was, all I was focusing on and all I really wanted to spend my time doing. So it was 2009, and then I didn't start playing with the Chili Peppers physically until October 12th of 2009. So the record was sort of done, basically, for 2.5 years. I started recording about 3 years ago. And when I hear it, that's the one thing that I just sort of think like I would have loved to have maybe just made it a little more sparse and a little more experimental is not the right word, but just sort of taking a little more chance in certain areas with sound and with just the way a band plays together. What it winds up coming across as, which is good also, is a couple guys in a room, which some songs sound great doing, but because people were leaving town, it wound up just kind of staying that way rather than having the opportunity to ask ourselves, is this the best way for this song to be presented? You know what I mean? Which is good. I think the thing I like the most about this record is it's a very honest depiction of where the band was, and it was a band that was just starting and just kind of finding their feet, and then people started leaving town, and then I got asked to join, a really incredible situation, and like really have my time taken away. But I'm so glad that we found a home for it with ORG and Andrew and Jeff, to put it out, because, it allows the band to exist rather than, come out with our next record as if it was a first record. Now that this record exists, the band somewhat has, hopefully in people's consciousness, like even a minor, history. And now when we do music in the future, because obviously the Chili Peppers will take a break and, between records or whatever, what we do from this point on will be, the next step rather than the first step. When the record that's just coming out now was the first step. I've kind of gotten over the idea of being nervous about what other people think. I mean, people are going to think what they think. I mean, if there was anything to be nervous about, I'd say, the Chili Peppers and like filling the position that I'm filling now at that band was something to maybe be nervous about. I mean, I can just do the best I can, and like hopefully people will, enjoy it and not dismiss it. But yeah, I mean, I want everybody to find joy and happiness out of music I make, for sure. But I don't, I would say it makes me nervous when I listen to it, and I don't, I'm not fully into it. That's what makes me nervous. But again, like, it's a really good starting point, I think, and I'm looking forward to where the band goes. And, I hope people like it. I don't expect everybody to, but that's another thing. It's like, unfortunately the band doesn't get a chance to play live that much, but I do think that Hacker, the 4 people in that band are really, really good, and they play really well together. So I hope to God that comes across on the record. And just because I know how the record was recorded, certain songs, certain sections, were kind of constructed not in that way. They were made later, and only by a pair of us or by 3 of us or 1 of us even, people were out of town. I think it comes across that we are a band.
I hope you're enjoying our conversation with Josh Klinghoffer from Hacker. If you'd like more information about the band, where to buy their music, upcoming shows, etc., go to their website, which is www.orgmusic.com. If you'd like some more information about our show, it's www.northerntransmissions.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Northern Trans, And you can also email us if you have any questions on the website. Anyway, let's check out another track from the band's 2012 release. This is the song Eye Opener.
your other commitments to do some shows?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we did the Troubadour, and there's a moment, Clint Walsh, one of the other members, is doing a gig with one of my favorite bands growing up, That Dog, in New York in late May, and I will be there. So we're going to try to maybe book a show in New York in late May. But I mean, it's the kind of thing that I don't quite know if anyone gives a shit, you know, like it's a question like, should we headline like a little tiny place? Will enough people come? You know, obviously because I'm in the Chili Peppers, that sort of makes people wonder, like, well, you know, at least a few people might show up. You know, you never know. Other than that, like, we're a band that has a record out for, 20 days at that time. Like, no one would come, really. But, yeah, we'd love to play as many shows as possible. And definitely in some of the breaks this year, we will, hopefully, like, jump on a bill and do a week or 2 weeks. Because the Chili Peppers have pretty definite breaks scheduled in their touring. It's pretty much 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, because everyone apart from me is pretty family oriented these days, and they have kids and they don't like being away from them for too long. So I can really, say from, in these 2 weeks I'm completely free. Let's go across Canada, or let's go up the West Coast.
Are you constantly, like, batting around, like, new song ideas and things like that via email, or is there so much influence going on there?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that would, maybe I don't know, I'm sure, well, I think probably for a modern band, like, we're probably one of the least capable, technically, when it comes to that kind of writing. So, no, we don't do that as much because I don't know how to record on computers, and I know the bass player doesn't know how to do that at all. The other two guys kind of know it a little bit, but we don't do a lot of that kind of work. We do it mostly, like, either on our own and then with each other in a room, or just straight up together in a room from scratch, which is, yeah, I mean, I write a lot of stuff and then, just wait for my first opportunity to assault them with it, or, vice versa. Or we just jam for hours and listen to it and go, that's going to be a good thing. And, yeah, maybe we should all learn how to work via email.
With the long-term plans for Dot Hacker, would you like this to be a full-time thing? Is that the plan?
I mean, that's the plan for me. I mean, I love these guys, and I love playing with them, and I love writing songs, and I like singing songs. I mean, I think for a long time, for me, it just took life's natural course, I suppose, for me to, be ready to be even near consider myself a singer or frontman of a band. I was, so used to not being that, and, it was so much easier to kind of like hide on the, left or right side of the stage. But, yeah, I mean, it definitely is something that I would love to do. I mean, for, the rest of my life, really, And I just simply because the band is made up of friends who really enjoy hanging out with each other. I mean, there's no reason why we wouldn't want to play music and write songs and fuck off on stage together.
I hope you guys enjoyed our conversation with Josh from Dot Hacker. I thank him very much for the insightful interview, and I thank, as always, the producer, engineer, the man on the board, Spencer Carson. If you'd like any more information about Dot Hacker, you can go to www.orgmusic.com for any information, what's going on with them. If you want any information about the show, www.northerntransmissions.com, and you can follow us on Twitter at Northern Trans, or email us on the website. Once, as always, I am Charles Brownstein, and let's leave you with a song appropriately titled Be Leaving.